What is up? We are live. We are against a lot of people tonight. We have Bestball Guy, Jerry, Fanspeak Network literally just kicked off with a bigger board members only stream. I will definitely be watching that afterwards. But I posted this. I didn't see any of those in my queue when I posted this, but I was also watching the combine. But we'll get to the combine news, and then we're going to draft a DK draft, do something a little different since everybody else is over on Underdog. But first, we're going to hit the intro.
We're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls in descent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Best ball, Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, stone age torment remains. Best ball eternal, in remains infernal domain. Pterodactyl pigs screaming, Cayman chaos reigns. Fossil fury fuels the fire, drafted through the veins.
All right. Welcome, Scott. Welcome, Pepper Tony. Thanks, everybody, for popping in here. I know a lot of you guys will just have me tabbed up, not listening, supporting the community. This community is awesome. But thanks for everybody for coming in. Please smash the like as well. We're going to do DK tonight, but first we're going to talk about the combine. So the linebackers, the safeties, the corners, the tight ends, and the defensive line, every skill position group that has ran so far has had a record-setting 40 time all time. That is absolutely insane. Kenyon Sadiq set the all-time record at 4.40. Also had an 11-inch or 11-foot 1-inch vertical or not vertical broad jump and a 43.5-inch vert. And that wasn't the best on those last two numbers because Eli Stowers had a 4.51 official 40, but a 45 plus inch vertical and a 11-foot 3-inch broad jump. Absolutely insane. Just absolutely insane stuff there. But they're going to absolutely be flying up the board. We're going to see where they go today. DK loves to overreact to stuff like this. But we're gonna draft a DK team. Everybody else is over on Underdog drafting. I've got 28 of these DK entries in right now. I've got 60+% of Omar Cooper and Emmett Johnson. We're hoping that things work out for that. We're not gonna hit the one thing, the countdown here. We're just gonna enter. These take a little longer to fill generally. We're 7 of 12. 7 of 12. If you want to join, $10 DK best ball tournament. Yeah, that is absolutely insane. Yeah, it was 4.39. That's right. The official was different than the listed time. Basically every official time was shorter than the time that they posted, which is a little weird. And one of the corners or one of the safeties that ran a 4.34 actually pulled up in the last 5 yards. Probably a hammy, but like it looked like he was reaching for like his thigh or his hamstring, couldn't tell. But like he pulled up, he didn't do the rest of the drills. But he pulled up and still ran a 4.34. Like that is nutty. We are at the 103. 103 feels good. DraftKings tends to give you Jahmyr Gibbs here quite a bit. I don't think I noticed anybody. We might have some wild things happen. I don't draft over on Underdog too much. I'm not pulling up Achan. Sorry. Uh, like I will never pull Achan up above Jamar. Like I could pull Achan up above JSN. I'm not going to pull him up above Puka, Chase, Gibbs, or Bijan. I'm going to have every share of those four I can get. Yeah, I figure he is. And he's going to be super landing spot dependent. I don't have a whole lot of them, so we'll see how that works out. I do have a decent amount of I do have a decent amount of Eli Stowers right now. It does scare me that Michael Trigg chose to not do anything at the combine. Uh, like I'm not a fan of that because he was one of those guys that I think needed to have a really high RAS to perform well, like or to be worth the even a pick at all. And I've taken some shots at him. I mean, I think he's still a solid player, but I do think that with the way that everybody went up or everybody has played, not the played. Why am I saying played? How the combine went and all of the elite RAS scores we got. I do think that a player like Michael Trigg will actually not end up getting third round capital, which was kind of the hope. Uh, Maybe he does, but I think he's going to get pushed down a little bit since he didn't test, unless he goes crazy at the pro day. Gunnar Ross at the 6. Ear salad 311. Is 311 there for any specific reason? Like, do you know what? I'm not even sure. I've never used the item that the 311 is supposed to be like signify, but I did listen to 311. Uh, and I believe I know why they got their band name and what it's derivative from. So let me know. Do you know that, or is that why that's there? Just let me know. I made it when DK first came out. They won't let you change it. Who Lagoons? DK all night. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do some DK tonight. I've got 52 big boards in. I've got 30 some drafters in. I've got 28 of these in. I just feel like doing some DraftKings tonight. I don't know why. The streets right now are very full of people drafting underdog, especially tonight. So I'm trying to progress my brand a little bit. I would rather just run something else. Uh, just have a good time. I took tomorrow off, so this will be one of the only Friday night streams I'm going to have basically this whole year. So, like, I figure I'll just do something a little different. Max big board already. 30 Omar Cooper teams. Very nice. Yeah, I have 60% plus Omar Cooper on my 30. I think it's 38 drafters teams. Yeah, I have 38 drafters teams, and I have 63% and 61%. So I have my bets made already there. 24 and 23 shares. If it's wrong, I can change. I've got 67% Omar, and like my average ADP on Emmett is low, but like you come over here and look, my average ADP of those 24 shares is 196, and he's already up to 168. So my DraftKings ADP is about the same, and I got like 67%. Now the Emmett Johnson, we need a good day tomorrow for it to trend up. And if that happens, I'm going to feel pretty good about my portfolio, and then we just got to hope that neither one of them goes to the Browns or Jets, basically. We got a McBride Power start over here by Brewski81. Somebody didn't find out that another player just killed the combine and is now a third round pick. We all know that we're going to see Stowers in like round 15 and Sadiq in like round 10 today. You know that's happening, right? Like that is absolutely going to happen. I would love to get Neighbors. I would also take either Chase Brown or Derrick Henry. The George Pickens news, like I've been a little down on him anyway. So he apparently isn't wanting. I know it's not that big of a deal it's not even March yet, but he did say that until he signs, which technically like until they have a deal, which in my opinion, getting the franchise tag is a deal. It's a raw deal, but it's a deal. So, but he said he's not going to show up to the team until that's taken care of. That is very, very on brand for George Pickens. My opinion is, I mean, there. How is an opinion wrong? Number one, unless the fact says something else. Like an opinion is an opinion. Well, they do have to sign the tag. And then it is a deal. So if he refuses to sign the tag, there's a deal on the table at least. It's kind of what I'm saying. But like if you choose to not sign the deal, then that's fine. I'm not against Pickens doing this, by the way. Like I think I think everyone should do this that gets franchise tagged. I think they should all like basically make it a big deal. Like I don't like the franchise tag being an option for teams. So and yeah, but either way, I do think that Pickens is the kind of person to literally sit out a season if he needs to. And even if not, we've seen in the past a lot of these deals that like, or a lot of these situations where people don't sign the franchise tag and sit out training camp and preseason and all of that. Like we see that when they do finally go back, they didn't do off-season training with the team. And a couple of these situations recently, like the Brandon Ayuk deal, like he ends up not looking that great and then getting hurt, and we've seen that a couple different times. So, yeah, I mean, 28 million is really nice money. Like, but it's also it's a 1 year prove it deal, right? Um, and it's just an opinion of mine that I don't like the franchise tag being a thing. It basically ruins somebody from being able to get exactly. That's why I don't like it. I think that if a player is also, it's not a deal, it's a tag. Yeah, like this is exactly what it is. And you're you're correct. But I just look at it as like there is a deal on the table and it's a raw deal. Like I don't like the franchise tag at all. I don't like the transition. Like I think the player should have more ability. Like they shouldn't be ruined because the Jets drafted them, basically. Uh like especially at running back. I being on a rookie contract for 4 years or 5 years as a first rounder at running back, like if you come into the league at 23, you have 2 to 3 years of your prime, like 2 to 3 years left basically to play NFL football to actually get an actual deal, right? So there's a lot of problems with the way that the contract stuff goes, in my opinion. But anyway, we're here and we started triple running back. We don't do it often. We got Gibbs, we got Chase Brown, we got Derrick Henry. We are pushing from now on. Uh, I kind of like Colston Loveland. We're just going to push wide receiver. We're going to take the elite tight end as well. And we're just going to push wide receiver, I think. Yeah, we're going to do that. Try something way different here. So me and Gunnar Ross here both start 3 running backs. I, like an idiot, take a tight end. Yeah, and like On underdog, I have Derrick Henry above Chase Brown, and with full PPR, I think Pepper Tony might even agree that Chase Brown should be equal, if not slightly ahead of Derrick Henry. Maybe I'm wrong, but I kind of think that's more correct. I would love to get Igbuka here. You want Lamar Jackson. You want Lamar Jackson. You want Kenyon Sadiq. Ever name your home league Who's Hooligans? I have not. Nope. We do. What do they want? They wanted Lamar Jackson. I spoke it into existence. It's a thing. It happened. It's awesome. Uh no, one I usually just use some name off of like a player that I have or something that I just watched or something. Like one of my dynasty teams is named the Trixie Hobbits. Uh, another one is just named Football Nerd. Uh, another one I had Chase Brown, Amon Ra, and AJ Brown. I just named it Brown, Brown, and Brown to sound like a law firm. Then I kept the name after I traded one of them. Team names are always named straight cash homie after Randy Moss. Yeah, I mean that's a really solid name. I like to be a little creative every year and do something a little different. Uh, if I'm joining a new league, I have a play on words that makes fun of my work in my work leagues. Nobody would get it, but people I work with get it. So I basically personalize my team names to the people that I'm in the league with. So I don't have a whole lot of Igbuka, but if I still believe Evans is going to leave, and if Evans leaves, Igbuka's price is a little too cheap. So I will not get Caleb Williams back here. We have Rome there. We have Luther Burden there. There's like zero chance that I can get Caleb here. But I might just push. I would like to get two wide receivers here. Hopefully, two of the wide receivers I like. Um, make it. I think the Bears prices are. I I think Loveland is basically priced correctly or underpriced, and I think one of Burden and Rome is probably priced correctly, and the other one's like 2 rounds too early. Um, but and I kind of think that it's Luther Burden that's priced too high, not Rome Odunze. I have them back to back in my rankings because I don't really want to make a decision on it, and I do slightly lean to Rome. Um, it's like one of Burden or Rome has to be. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I don't know which. Like I'm not positive which one it is. I lean that it's Burden, but I also understand that Burden kind of has the bigger spike week potential, and Rome, if healthy, I think is like the consistent guy, right? So I like both of them at their cost, but it does feel like one of those has to be wrong. Um, so but I do think that Loveland is pretty correctly priced, if not underpriced. I think that like the finish he had to the season was nutty, and people are underestimating how good the back end of his season was. I mean, if Drake May makes it to me, we're just taking Drake May. All the wide receivers I like did go, other than Pearsall. So do we do that? Yeah, we're gonna have an elite quarterback, 3 elite running backs, and an elite tight end, and then we're just gonna piece together a whole bunch of wide receivers here. Um, Jordan Tyson has been falling in a bunch of rooms. He's not gonna do any of the drills. don't even know if he done the medical. Like, I think he done the medical stuff at the combine. I'll look it up. Sorry. Let me put my background music on, actually. I forgot to do that. All right. I kind of like Ricky Pearsall more. It also gives me another backstack option. Like, we're looking for like Metcalf's the safer pick. I think there's a couple safer picks coming back around. I'm gonna go for the big upside there. Okay, so he did show up to the combine. But he's just not doing any of the drills. So that means he did get the medicals done, which is really important for him. But he's been falling quite a bit. Like, all the players that said they're not going to test have pretty much kind of fell. What's up? Senpai Fee Charlie K. Semper? Yeah, there we go. I might have got it right the second time. I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard anything about Metcalf getting moved. The Patriots don't really have any wide receivers anyway, so I don't know if they would do that. The Steelers, I mean, but yeah, I'm not sure. If I was the Patriots, I don't think I would want him on the team. He's kind of just a pain. And you have solid guys kind of around there, right? Now, Kayshon Boutte isn't DK Metcalf, but he could, he also has a bigger, he's not as good down the field, but he is better all around, like at running other kinds of routes. Like, Metcalf is awesome at one thing. And Kayshon Boutte could do a lot of that stuff. So I personally don't think that the Patriots need him. I don't know. Like, I haven't seen anything. Maybe there's a rumor out there. I watched the combine today. I didn't see anything about this. Maybe there's a rumor. Is there a rumor? Let me know. And also let me know, is this music too loud? Is it the correct volume? What is it? So let's look and see what Gunner has been doing here from the 6 hole. We got Jonathan Taylor, Jeremiah Love, Kenneth Walker, Devontae Adams, Watson, Mike Evans. How dare you? I love Mike Evans this year. And then Jalen Hurts. Like, we're kind of exactly the same, except I fit in an elite tight end in place of Adams. Feel like Boutte underappreciated, but maybe I'm overappreciating him. Oh, right. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I've also been a DK Metcalf hater for a long time. Like maybe that's partially because Kansas City, like idiots, chose to draft Mecole Hardman over him whenever I massively wanted Metcalf. But Metcalf never really developed a route tree, right? But he's awesome at the one thing he does. So that's very useful. But the Patriots already have a guy who can do that same thing. But not to the same, like, he's like, Boutte's like 80% of Metcalf at that deep stuff, but he's like 150% better at the intermediate stuff and like all the other routes. So I think the Patriots would be better off to not get him. Pickens to the Patriots. Jerry is an old dog that doesn't learn a new trick. Pickens is gone. I mean, Pickens to the Patriots would be awesome, right? Now, I don't have a whole lot of Jacoby Myers or Wan'Dale Robinson, but this absolutely feels like the team that needs this. Man. We're gonna not do that. We're just gonna gamble on DJ Moore. I think DJ Moore's price is too low. I think he's not there. Yeah, this is correct. Steelers need an actual number 2. And like DK Metcalf's an awesome player. They just need somebody that complements his game. They don't have anybody that complements his game. And I think they're going to draft Denzel Boston, who is the least likely. Like Denzel Boston is basically DK Metcalf with a little bit more wiggle. But yeah, I think. Do I want? I think I want to take one of these wide receivers, but I'm not positive. No, Jared Goff went over here, so I'm going to go ahead and secure my second quarterback to make sure I get one. So our team right now, we have Drake May, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Egbuka, Pearsall, DJ Moore, Colston Loveland, Derrick Henry, Brock Purdy. I feel pretty confident about being able to get more wide receivers late. So, but we can stop at these 2 quarterbacks. I might add a third. We'll see how it goes. But this is going to be a 10 wide receiver team. So, but we're already locked into that. We have our 3 supposed starters. So, my answer is no. Yeah, true. Terry McLaurin was in that draft too. Don't forget. Yeah, I don't forget. But I think Terry went in the first round, right? And Kansas City, I think he was off the board when Hardman went. Like, because Kansas City took Hardman in the Metcalf went in like the middle of the second, I believe, right? DK Metcalf, draft capital, draft spot. Yeah, he went at 64. And Mecole Hardman went at 56. Like, at that point in the draft, like, I massively wanted that. Ravens took Hollywood before A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, Terry McLaurin. Yeah, I mean, you win. Ravens fans win. At least Mecole Hardman caught a touchdown pass that won, like, the pass that won the Super Bowl, right? Like, he didn't do a whole lot else, but he sure did that. So, but yeah, if you're probably nobody new to the channel right here, but if you are, please hit the sub. Like to get to 440 sub. You just looked it up. Yeah, I believe that it ended up being like a really solid draft class overall. Like 4 wide receivers, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, I will take George Kittle here if he falls. I'm kind of getting into George Kittle at the current cost. So if he makes it to us, we're going to do that. If he doesn't, we're going to take one of these guys or Boston. I think Boston is a really good pick right now. I'm trying to, like, not take more shares. Like, if Emmett makes it to 142, we'll take Emmett. But, yeah, we'll take Kittle. We'll add a third tight end super late, like a Gunnar Helm or something. But I feel pretty good about Loveland and Kittle. And if I have to stop at just those 2, I feel pretty good about it. Yeah, it was a really good class. And our teams took Mecole Hardman and Hollywood Brown. Both ended up on Kansas City, and both disappointed on Kansas City. It's your guys' turn to have Mecole Hardman. Kittle not expected back until week 6, which actually means he won't be back. When did you see this? Is that new? Like, have you seen that within the last, 48 hours? Because, a week ago, there was a report that, the way that his surgery worked, that he might be able to be back earlier in the season. Yeah, I get that. But, I'm expecting him to not be back till week 5. That's kind of how I'm playing it. Do I want Coker here or do I want Boston? I think I'm going to take Coker. But yeah, we're playing for the end of the season, right? I'm kind of playing it anytime I take Kittle, I just assume he's back week 5. If it's more, it sucks. But I also have an elite tight end. If Loveland doesn't have a bye week until week 8, I'm probably okay anyway. But if he has week 5 bye like he did last year, I do wonder about it a little more. But I think adding a third tight end like a Terrence Ferguson or a Gunnar Helm just makes sense on all the Kittle teams. I also don't think any 10th round tight end should not be not hitting. Yeah, and even if he misses 10 weeks and he comes back and he's actually George Kittle, and you end up getting to the playoffs, because I have every position already drafted, right? So he's basically a bench player. Week 5, you're right. I'm just saying teams downplay injuries, usually longer than projected. Well, and players do somewhat as well. If I remember right, it was a George Kittle tweet, and George Kittle was the one very proactive about how healthy McCaffrey was going to be because of all the stuff, right? Because of the Germany stuff. Yeah, exactly. Well, Kittle's the one that put CMC onto that, and that's why CMC was healthy last year. And Kittle was the one saying that CMC is perfectly fine all last year. And the voodoo magic worked. There's no way Kittle's not going to also be on the voodoo magic. So, voodoo magic for the win. That's the goal here. Voodoo magic for the win. George Kittle, take me to glory. Yeah, I think that this poll question is very, very close, by the way. He's getting the deer antler spray from Ray Lewis. Right? I do too. I need more than just the voodoo magic when buying a Powerball ticket. I don't think I've ever hit more than 2 numbers, and I buy $20 at a time when it gets high. I mean, if Emmett Johnson makes it back, we have to do it. But Kenneth Gainwell, Tyrone Tracy, Tracy deserves the fall right now, I guess. What wide receivers are left? Yeah, we're going to be thin at wide receiver. But I think I'm going to like it. I doubt that Emmett passes Gunner here. It's kind of a blessing if he takes Emmett. It'll allow me to do what's best for my team, which is taking... oh, he didn't. He took the other guy. I kind of like. I mean, I do think taking Hunter Henry here would probably be a step too far. So we're not going to do that. We're 1 pick away from getting Emmett. We don't get him. All right. I love this running back room. Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Emmett Johnson. We'll add one more guy like a Brian Robinson down here at 195. Until then, we're going all wide receivers from 147 to 190, or the next 4 picks are all wide receivers, unless we get an absolute value at a position. Although there aren't really any wide receivers available. I don't love IU. I might just take Kayshon Boutte here. I think I'll just take Kayshon Boutte. Call it good. Get a little bit of a stack. People are really scared on him. And I totally get it. They're pretty live to add somebody. What's up, Hartman? How we doing? I didn't realize that the entire Bestball community was streaming whenever I posted this. That New York Giant report, seriously interested in running backs, it seemed odd. Well, so Jordan Ronan, was very adamant last year that Cam Scatabo wasn't going to be a thing. And that report came from Ronan. I haven't seen it from anywhere else. Maybe it is a report from multiple sources, but I only seen the Jordan Ronan source. And if that's correct, I'm just not going to trust Jordan Ronan on Cam Scatabo specifically, because he kind of seemed like a hater last year and was absolutely wrong about the whole situation. Have you done anything crazy in pre-draft, like draft agent, you or Carr? I've drafted a bit of Carr, and I've drafted some Gino. Diggs is pretty dust, though. Boutte always feels good. What's up, fam? How we doing? Candyman. Are you going live later tonight? I'm going to do this one more. If you're going live, I'll shoot people over there. If you are, whenever I'm done. Assuming I still have people watching. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to stay bullish on Scatabo, but I'm going to stay at field, and I'm going to hope that Scatabo falls to the 5th round, and I can just get some 5th round Scatabo, is what I'm hoping happens. It did not happen here. Scatabo still went to 37. But I do need to do some more research into it and see if it's multiple sources, if it's something the coaches said. I haven't seen anything come across Coach Speak Index yet on it. The only thing... So, this is Joe Shane. I feel good about where Cam Scatabo and Malik Neighbors are in their rehab. Nothing else about it. But the other thing is that... yeah, and this is the other thing. Harb said they're going to take best player regardless of position. I think a lot of people believe that the best player, to me, that's way bigger in on we're going to take a middle linebacker if a middle linebacker or a safety is the number 1 player. Because 2 of the top 5 players, 3 of the top 5 players are all positions that some have read into that. And that's the thing. All 3 of those positions are positions that are generally not drafted high, right? Scatabo has a lot of love, but he also has a lot of hate out there. And coming off of that injury, if they have news we don't know, right? On the injury, yeah. But I think it's more in line that they're going to take a safety or linebacker. They don't need it. They just don't need a. I have Igbuka, so I would, and I don't have Baker, so I would prefer Shaheed, but I will definitely take McMillan here. So, in my mind, they definitely need a linebacker of some sort or a safety. Even though, and those are just those are positions of need. Those are highly scouted or highly rated players. And, they're worth that draft pick if you throw away positional value, right? So, that's kind of what I think the deal is. Like, am I 100% sure on this? Absolutely not. Because teams generally don't do the best thing for them. Teams usually do something like teams, especially like all the New York teams, tend to do wild things constantly, right? Just absolutely wild things. Why not get one last Omar Cooper share here at this pick? We need some upside in this room. We have Egbuka, Pearsall, DJ Moore, Jalen Coker, Kayshawn Booty, Rashid Shaheed, Omar Cooper. Team actually feels pretty solid to me with this Gibbs, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, plus Emmett Johnson. Like, it honestly feels pretty solid. I get it, but Tyrone Tracy, like, it's like I have a bit of both of them. So on drafters, I have 11% Scatabo and 8% Tracy. On Underdog, I'm looking it up right now. I have 11% Tracy and 11% Scatabo. So, like, I'm not like a bull. I'm kind of a bull that their running game is going to be fine. Kind of for two reasons. Number one, because I think they're cheap for their cost. I mean, Mel Kiper was even hyping up Omar Cooper, said he could sneak into the first. Yeah. I mean, in my, like, I guess an 11% is a bull. Technically, right? Because it is like 1.5 times over the field. Or like more like 1.4x the field. But I'm bullish on the whole backfield, basically. No, I think I understand there's a lot of risk here. And I would absolutely not be 30% because I think that the entire fourth round is just players I love at cost. I love Devonta Smith at cost. I love Zay Flowers at cost. I love Devontae Adams at cost. I love Colson Loveland at cost. I used to love Ladd McConkey at cost. The Keenan Allen rumors do have me a little worried. I'm not going to lie about it. That absolutely has me worried. Like, because that is something they've already done and ruined Ladd for a year. And I have a bunch of Ladd. So, like, I'm basically done taking Ladd until free agency period's over. Because I have like 17% Ladd. So we're done doing that until we get a... and that doesn't even mean he couldn't sign later in the year. But, I mean, I'll take a big discount on Vidal here. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll take the Vidal discount if he makes it. If he doesn't, I think we take Terrence Ferguson or Gunnar Helm. All right, we're going to take Vidal here. And then we'll take one of these tight ends, I think. Ladd should be fine with Keenan back. More round 6 value than round 4, but Trey Harris. Oh, for sure. But, like, I'm not going to continue taking the round 6 value in round 4, right? Like, I agree he'll be fine. But he also should go to, like, the back end of round 4, not the beginning of round 4 at that rate, you know? And if I got 17%, I'm not going to be buying more as he falls, you know? I'll just eat the cost. And when he gets to where he's going to fall, I'll take some more. All right. Yeah, we'll go with Terrence Ferguson there. I feel pretty good at just Drake May, Brock Purdy. Maybe I shouldn't. And honestly, I feel like our wide receivers kind of came together pretty well. So if I stop at 9 and I go with another quarterback, I do think it's okay. I don't think it's optimal. But I do think having a third quarterback could be pretty useful. I think it would be more useful than the 10th wide receiver. With our wide receivers here, what do you guys think? Let me know in the chat if you think I need to go 10 or stay at 9. We have Igbuka, Pearsall, DJ Moore, Jalen Coker, Butte, Rashid Shaheed, and Omar Cooper. Do you think 2 more is enough? Or do you think we need 3 more there? I think getting a third quarterback to Drake May, Brock Purdy, just assuming that like somebody comes back. QBs are gross. Yeah, the QBs left are gross. I feel okay. Yeah, I think I just ride with it, right? Yeah, let's just ride with it. I feel really good about the running backs though. Henry, Chase Brown, Gibbs, Emmett Johnson, and Vidal feels awesome. So I do think that what's his name? I do think that Geno is kind of a pretty decent pick right now. As much as I hate to say it, the only reason I think it is because I do think he's semi-likely to get a job. I would put it at like 80% that he gets a job. And he's been drafted, like, at least on Underdog. So, like, Underdog, the contest is like 42% filled. And Geno's drafted like less than 1%. Let it ride. Yeah. Yeah, like, I think adding an additional, like, adding Kyle Williams right here is kind of the move. Where did Stowers go? Stowers went at 178. And Sadiq went at 124. Tomorrow we're going to get the same kind of stuff. Jacoby Lane, by the way, Underdog has his 40 listed at 454, which isn't a bullish number. Not very bullish in my eyes. Yeah, I think we add Kyle Williams here. And this is the kind of team I might want Chris Bell on as well. An upside swing for down the road, right? Like, if we're going to go 10 wide receivers, why not take the guy with the torn ACL when everybody else is currently healthy, whose talent, if he didn't have a torn ACL, I think he would be talked about maybe with Denzel Boston, maybe with like Jordan Tyson and Lemon. Probably not that high, but like definitely with like where I have Omar Cooper and Denzel Boston. So since we're going to go deep at wide receiver, I think that that's the kind of move I need to make. Add the stacking partner for the double stack. Add this guy, and then like probably just wait till the last round, and if he's available, he's available. And add some ugly name here like Malik Washington, Devon Vele, Darnell Mooney. I don't know. Maybe I just take 2 rookies. I actually think I just take a couple rookies down here, right? We got Kyle. Yeah, we're just going to take 2 rookies. I don't have very much Antonio Williams. I think he looks okay, but not awesome. So if he's available in the last round, I think this is the kind of team I'll take a shot on him at. All right. We get Chris Bell. Let's go over Gunner's team real quick. We got a 3-6-7-2 currently. Jonathan Taylor, Jordan Love, Kenneth Walker, Adams, Watson, Evans, Jalen Hurts, Laporta, Jordan Love, Jaden Reed, Benson, Debo, Mendoza at one. Is that 160? That's 150 to Mendoza. That's awesome. Stack or not, it doesn't matter. James Conner also at 160. Then Dalton Schultz, Jerry Jeudy, Surratt, Keaton Mitchell, Pat Freiermuth. This team, like I love your team. I really like my team. I really like your team. I don't think I think I made the right choice taking Loveland there. The Kittle pick makes my team a little weaker overall, like to advance, but it does give me a ton of power for the playoffs. You took Pat Freiermuth there for the third. I assume you're going to go with another wide receiver. Yeah. DK $10, who holla. Yeah, we'll be doing another DK right after this. For those of you who, by the way, if you're just popping in, if you can smash the like, I would appreciate it. And we'll go over my team real quick, and then we're going to jump right into the next draft whenever we get there. So, quarterbacks, Drake May plus Brock Purdy. Running backs, Jahmyr Gibbs, Chase Brown, Derrick Henry, Emmett Johnson, and Kamani Vidal. Tight ends, Loveland, Kittle, and Terrence Ferguson. And then a whole bunch of wide receivers. Emeka Egbuka, Ricky Pearsall, DJ Moore, Jalen Coker, Kayshon Boutte, Rashid Shaheed, Omar Cooper, Kyle Williams, Chris Bell. What's up, Chad Candles? How we doing? How was your you were on PPR Tyler tonight, right? I missed it. I was watching the combine. I'll go back and watch part of it, I'm sure. I think I sent you a DM the other day, by the way. Is it better to get a hold of you on X or on Discord? Let me know. Because I sent it on X. I feel like you're probably more of a Discord guy, kind of like I am. I'm sure it was. Drafting with Tyler is always fun. Both Tylers, honestly. So, I do think that I want just more rookie upside on this team. Jeremy Bernard is another player I would be interested in. I'm pretty sure I'll get one of those two guys. I like Skylar Bell too. I really do like Skylar Bell. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that later. For sure. Have you done much DK yourself there, Chad Candles? So yeah, we're going to add Antonio Williams. We're going to go back to the lobby. We're going to turn this music off. We're going to join another DK $10 in 15 seconds.
We never leave the line. Fury. Endless. Relentless. Fantasy. Reigns. Who waits? Immortal.
All right. I forgot to timestamp my first one. We'll have to get back to that. We instant fill. We get the 102. We got Sweet Leaf at the 11. I would like to not get a like. It'd be fantastic to get a Bijan share here, um, but I am pretty much like if I end up with 15% Jameer Gibbs because uh, I'm just gonna take him at 102 every time. We're not doing that. Like we're just not doing that, sir. Like ask me to do that when I'm at the 105. I might do it. That will never happen at the 104 or above this year. Less than 10. This is my 30th DK. Yeah, like at 105, I'm up for doing something crazy like Derrick Henry in the first. Like maybe. Like but I would rather do Cam Scadabo in the first at 5 than give up Jamar Chase, Puka Nakua, Bijan Robinson, or Jameer Gibbs. Like that's how much I think that there's a tier break between everybody else. Yeah, exactly. Like absolutely. Now, if this was a DK $1, why not? Let's just have some fun. Like it's just like if we do a DK $1, if we get one of those to fill eventually, we'll do something really wild. We'll do something really wild. All right, we're getting a second Jameer Gibbs share. Not a bad thing. Not upset about it. Not upset about it at all. And for that, we're gonna go to the Ducks. We're gonna play the Ducks today. I'm working. Jamie might have some more background music for me here pretty soon. I really like that background, but I would like a second, third, like another couple options. And I gave him an idea to, and like absolutely appreciate Jamie. He's awesome. Like he doesn't need to do anything for me, but he will, and that's just fantastic. Oh, right. I totally get it. I know you are, and I I understand HN ceiling. What I'm underestimating is just the Dolphins' ability to score at all next year. You know, what's up, Steven? How we doing? Welcome in. Hope you're having a great night. Like, so this year I'm basically trying to avoid the worst possible offenses, even if I love the players on them, to an insane degree. And I'm waiting to see what happens with the quarterback position. You mentioned a little while back you're going to full fade massive risers who jumped into first round. I don't think I said I was going to full fade. Maybe I said that, but like I meant I wasn't going to be overweight on whatever it was. And like James Cook, I've got like 3% of. He does fit that criteria. DK number 90 on track, 5 big boards left. I knew you've been absolutely killing the streets. I hope your stands are correct right now. Yeah, so like basically I don't want to be like way overweight the players like BTJ from last year. Like Neighbors moved up, but he didn't like Neighbors was like pick 22, 21 the year before. He moved up to what, 8, 9, 10? Like that's a big rise, but it wasn't like 60 of it, right? Yeah, no, definitely be wary of these massive risers. And James Cook to me kind of fits that, although that offense is awesome and they're not going to replace him at all. And I do think that they could be a more aggressive offense this year with having Joe Brady call plays now, right? Or be the head coach and do some, like, there is reason to be optimistic, but there was reason to be optimistic about Brian Thomas Jr. as well, right? Cook was underpriced last year, so his rise wouldn't have been as high. I mean, that is correct too. Yeah, like he was underpriced last year, and why? Okay, it took. I see. I did something a little weird. Like, I mean, you could even say that he was underpriced by half a round, right? Like that he should have been going with Kyron Williams the whole time. Whenever I did my very initial rankings last year, that's what I had. And I kept sliding them down for some reason. Probably because I'm an idiot. That's probably why. I just kept like, it wasn't a sexy pick. So like whenever there's something I liked, I was like, oh, I'll just move James Cook down. Well, guess what? The worst decision I could have made was moving James Cook down. So we just inched him down from like 30. Like I had him at like 34 when Big Board launched last year, and he ended at like 47. I agree with the top four, then everyone down to AS. Yeah. Yeah, and I think that Nico is kind of just underpriced. Like pretty sure about that. Like I think Nico is in the London neighbors tier. And I think Olave and Pickens are kind of their own little tier after that. I know not everybody agrees with the Olave for me. Like, I know a lot of people don't agree with that, actually. And on full PPR, I'm much more into Bucky as well. I don't know that I'm going to do it here. Let's just take a share of Josh Jacobs. I don't know how much I have of Josh Jacobs. I know I do take him. I have 6% on Underdog. I don't know where I'm at on DraftKings. It's like Josh Jacobs is never a bad pick, but he never like feels like the fun pick either. Yeah, that's exactly right. Like Nico is only here because of the value of running backs this year. That's it. Right, exactly. He did not do anything wrong. It's just the only he's still going around the same wide receiver number he was last year. It's just we have 8 more running backs going in front of him. So, and one more tight end. Like actually 2 tight ends in front of him as well. So it's kind of weird that the tight ends stayed at their position and all the running backs moved up, but the wide receivers got pushed back, but the tight ends are staying where they're at, right? That's one reason I don't have like any McBride. Like, if we're going to push up all the running backs, why aren't the wide receivers and tight ends both moving back? Like, it doesn't really make sense. And that's like, I think that Bowers is tight end 1. So like him going at 20 to me is like the same as him going at 14 last year. Because of all of these running backs extra going, right? Because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, basically 5 more running backs that go kind of ahead of him, which pushes everybody down that much. And then you add the 2 tight ends on top of it, and that pushes Nico down 7 to 10 picks, right? Which is where he goes. Every time I'm 103, yeah, I've got like 20% Nico or something on every site. I guess I haven't been picking at the 1 on underdog lately, but I got 12.5%. I have 18% on drafters. So it is what it is. Like, I think Nico is the player that, like, when this contest is closing and I'm getting picks at the 10, 11, 12, Nico's the player I'm going to pull up to the other side of the board. Like, because I don't think he's going to project that much differently than everybody else. So, like, having a Jefferson Nico team is insane leverage. Now, it's scary because you may have running back 1 Javonte Williams, but it's insane leverage is what it is. Now, or you could have like a Devon A-Chain Nico team or a Ashton Genty Nico team. Like, all of those seem fine, right? You can start Bijan, Gibbs, Chase, then Nico, plus pull up Bucky. Yeah, like, I do agree that Bucky probably, like, Bucky should probably go over here mostly on DraftKings. I just don't want 0 Jacobs. And I have to force myself to take some Jacobs here and there because it's not like Jacobs is a bad pick, right? Like, he might end up being a bad pick. I don't want to be way overweight, but I don't want 0 because if he does end up just playing for the Packers next year and the rumors are all false, like, he's going to have a couple 20-point games, maybe even a 30-point game. He's going to help you advance pretty easily. You know, like, that's what he's done for a couple years now. And the Bucky bet, I do think, is a lot thinner on underdog because of, I think that Sean Tucker will be better. Yeah, like, it's not easy. 3 points in the finals on all of my teams was not a fun experience. Like, I would have felt better if he just didn't play. Like, if he didn't play, I would have never had hope, you know? But he did play. And then it was like, it just made it worse. It made it so much worse. Like, so much worse. Are we going to be able to get the double? I don't think we will. What do we do when we don't get him? I don't really want a second Egbuka plus Gibbs team, although the rest of the team is a lot different. All right, we take JMO. That's what we do. That made it pretty easy. Somebody I can't take very easily is Parker Washington at ADP 55. I have a very hard time with him at 55. I'm going to pull Carnell Tate up. That's what we're going to do here. I'm going to have fun. We're going to pull Carnell Tate all the way up. I think that it's a really flat tier. Basically starting with Waddle, Tate, Burden, Romadunze, all the way to like 65, basically. Like Judkins, Travion, all those guys. Like, I think they're all kind of a flat tier. So I like pulling Tate up here and there. I think if you like Lemon more, pulling him up is fine. I wouldn't advise it with Jordan Tyson because Tyson falls all the way back to like 71 pretty often. Like, and I mean pretty often he does. I don't know, like, so I just turned on BBG's stream for a second, and for whatever reason, he's standing around shirtless, flexing into the camera. Just for anybody who wants to see that. you can go back and you can rewind and you can have the best day of your life. But yeah, I think it's insanely clear that the top 4 is a giant break point. Like I'm okay with Parker Washington at 73 or whatever on underdog. But on DraftKings, I get it, it's full PPR. But just give me Brian Thomas. Like just give me Brian Thomas. Like let's see who's on the board right now. Like you have Christian Watson still available. You have DeAndre Swift. You have Mekhi Lemon. You have Marv. Jaden Daniels. You had Drake May. Like you have all these names. Tyler Warren, I think, is a better pick. But like, I also don't want zero. Like, I never see him here in the 6th round ever. Like, he always seems to go in the 5th round. So, like, TK Mau looks like they're going to get the double. Unless Sweetleaf wants to finally take a share of Parker Washington. Are you going to ruin that guy's day? You did not. You gave that guy... Oh, he takes Dak instead. This guy's played on DK a time or two. He knows you got to take Dak Prescott at 63 to secure the stack. This guy ain't getting fooled by nobody. TK MO Ua. Ua ain't a fool taking Dak at 63 to secure that stack, sir. You got the double stack. Absolutely worth it. Absolutely worth it. I mean, I'm probably just going to end up with Drake May again. If Drake May is just going to consistently go at 71 as quarterback 7 or 8, TK on DK. Yeah. I mean, if you take out the M, it's a TKO, right? I don't get to very much of either one of these two players. I wouldn't mind, like, whichever one of the top 3, if they don't go in order, like Harrison. All right, so I get Harrison or Drake May here. Instant took Harrison. So he's got Bijan, Pickens. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Drake May. Assume they don't go double wide receiver there. I do massively prefer Evans. We'll take DK Metcalf this time. We took Ricky the last time. We'll take DK this time. Open ourselves up for the backstack for a suit, because I'm just gonna play it as he got Big Dan stack. Big Dan stack, huh? You mean Dallas stack? I assume. Unless there's a Dan I don't know about. Is there a Dan I don't know about? Let me know. We got sorry if I'm like not talking as much as usual. I've been up for a long time. Dak. Got it. I had an interesting day today. I woke up Only slept like an hour and a half. Got ready, went to work. I work like 45 minutes away. Get to work, sitting down. I work in a warehouse. Realized I didn't put my steel toe shoes on. And we get what you call flex time. You can use it kind of whenever. So I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm going to drive home, use 2 hours of the flex, come back. I drove home, walked in the door. I called him. I'm like, nope, I'm staying home all day. And the manager, she just laughed. She's like, yeah, I expected this. And I'm like, I can't get anything past you, can I? So I just sat around, and then like a buddy came over. We just hung out. I never slept. So I basically not slept all day. But yeah, I burned vacation today for basically me being stupid. The best time to burn vacation. But I have tomorrow off because tomorrow's the best day of the combine. What's up, Wilson? How we doing? Thanks for popping in. I'm assuming that like Jerry or somebody just finished their stream. I wanted to get a stream in tonight as well. So we went ahead and started one. If we end up getting a bunch of views by the end of this one, if it kind of thins out, I might stay and do a third draft. If we do a third one, it'll be probably over on Drafters. But yeah, the team right now, for those who are just popping in, we got a 1-2-4. We have Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Nico Collins, the double stack with Jamison Williams, Carnell Tate, and DK Metcalf. Nice. I think PBG just stopped, so I might get a couple more people jumping in. I don't know. I seen there was a bunch of people, like Fanspeak went live right whenever I was going. Like it didn't pop up that there's a member only stream for Fanspeak. Whenever I started, I probably would have pushed mine back an hour. But I'm not able to stream on Friday nights very often. This is kind of a special ordeal, like pretty rare that I have this opportunity. So I assume I can put this, the player there looks like they're doing smart things. So I could probably push Goff past him. But to be honest with you, there's a bunch of RBs I like, and I just want to make sure I get the double stack on Goff. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it. I don't really care if I get Manungai or Dowdle or Chuba or Corum, or Jadarian Price or Algier or Dowdle or whatever. Like, I'm fine with any of these guys. So I went ahead and took Goff there since it doesn't really matter to me. I do think that I don't know which one of these is going to raise more, Algier or Goff, or Algier or Jadarian Price. I think Jadarian Price is going to end up going in like round 2, like early round 2. So we're going to go ahead and take him. I've got a decent amount of him, but not a lot of him. And I do think that there's a solid chance that after tomorrow he moves up the board. So I do want to make sure to, like, that's the point to draft right now, is to kind of get the exposure on a couple more players that you think could be moving up. And Price is one of those that, like, him or Emmett Johnson is absolutely going to lock themselves in, like, into the running back 2 role, especially with Jonah Coleman opting out of doing all drills tomorrow. Like, he's not going to do any drills, I believe. Maybe I heard that wrong, but I believe he's doing 0 drills tomorrow. And if that happens, like Jonah Coleman's going to drop like a rock, a rock, like him. He's a rock. And if Jonah Coleman starts going in the mid 140s, and I've seen him in the mid 140s a couple times, I'm in. Like, he did get a visit by Kansas City, but like Kansas City basically called in every running back. That's their focus this offseason, is to get a better RB. So I kind of hope that San Francisco screws around and lets Trent Williams go, and Trent Williams goes to Kansas City. Because if Trent Williams goes to Kansas City, or we find a way to upgrade our tackles position, at that point I'm actually okay with us taking Jeremiah Love if he fell. But I don't think we're going to be able to actually upgrade the tackle position very much in free agency. Number one, because we don't have money. And number two, because there's not really that good tackles out there. And number three, because every team with a lot of money needs a left tackle, basically. So in my mind, if that were to, if by some crazy miracle that would happen, or we traded for a left tackle from somebody, at that point I'm okay with Love. But until we get a left or right tackle, I'm okay hoping Simmons works out at left tackle and getting a replacement for right tackle as well, and then taking Love. But in the current state, we need O-line. What's up, Jamie? How we doing? Thanks for stopping in. We don't have any tight end yet. I'll take the fall on David Montgomery here. I think there's a really good chance he doesn't end up with Detroit, and if he does, I think it's fine. I think it's perfectly fine. So I'm not going to take Coker on this team. I just took him. We have our 2 quarterbacks most likely. Do I want Denzel Boston here? I think we're going to take Denzel Boston and hope that Hunter Henry comes back around to us. Lamar May Dart. Just did a big board with Fanspeak and grabbed 3 top quarterbacks. Did your running backs end up okay? Yeah, I didn't realize Fanspeak was going live, like I said, so I jumped on as well. Because this is not the normal time for their Sibling Showdown, the members only stream. Right. It didn't pop up ahead of time for some reason for me. I believe I am a sub, but it just didn't, for whatever reason, it didn't show up on my feed until 20 minutes before. I don't know if maybe they didn't post it until then or what, but yeah, I just didn't see it. So let's see what Sweet Leaf has been doing over here. They have a 1-3-5-1 right now, literally the perfect build. Achan, Pepper Tony's 101, Amarian Hampton, Breece Hall, Ladd McConkey, Christian Watson, Cortland Sutton, Justin Herbert. It feels awesome to get Herbert all the way back. It doesn't happen too often, but it feels really good. You pulled Gadsden all the way up to secure that. If you want it, you kind of have to. He rarely falls back to 107. Pittman, Addison, Higgins. It's kind of funny because like Pittman kind of goes over here as well. So you did get a fall, but you got 2 players to go on the other side of the board. Come in to smash that like. You going live here in a bit off the Schneid? Let me know. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, I like the hero RBs right now. I think hero RB feels insanely good. I know I haven't done it on either one of these drafts today, but yeah. Got it. We will anybody who's not subbed over to Off the Schneid, give them a holler. Go follow them as well. If you like takes, Off the Schneid has takes and does pretty well with them. So no hate at all. Like he was pretty mad at me yesterday because of my Jeremy Bernard stuff. And like I like Jeremy Bernard. He's very into Jeremy Bernard. And I like Jeremy Bernard. I don't think he's transcendent. I'm very, very excited to see Jeremy Bernard do the drills tomorrow. Because if he's very smooth, like there's a few players that if they run the drills really smooth, I'm gonna be higher on them. Like last year, a player everybody hated after the combine is one of the few players that everybody hated after the combine because of the 40 time was one of the players I was like, maybe he's a better football player than I thought. And that was Isaiah Bond. Like, and if you watched me last year, you heard me say it. I was like, well, I guess I'll take Sadiq here if he falls. Just if he's at ADP this time, we'll go ahead and do it. Yeah, like I'm just Jeremy Bernard is able to run outside routes, but he will excel if he's able to touch the ball in the backfield as well, right? I just wonder what a team is going like. His upside is capped if he doesn't go to the right team, is all. But his upside is, or not, his production's capped, not his upside. I said that incorrectly. That feels good. Sadiq Hunter Henry there. That feels really good. I mean, Jeremy Bernard could easily be a wig winner or a wig winner. A wig winner. You're welcome. I'm not. I think off the Schneid 72 or maybe it was 90% Jeremy. I've only got like 17% Jeremy or something. 15.5. Like I'm not fading Jeremy. I'm basically 15% on all the sites. Hey, thank you, sir. Thanks for the shout. Yeah, I'll definitely be done after this draft. I'll be jumping over onto Off the Schneid. Candyman Fantasy Football Garage is also live right now. So I'm going to jump into both of theirs probably. So what do I want here? I think I want to get, like, this is where the running backs dry up. I might take 2 more and be done. Oh no, Nico, JMO, Carnell Tate, Metcalf, Boston. I probably want, if there's a wide receiver that I like that's not a rookie, I'll probably take them. But man, that Sadiq Hunter Henry there feels pretty solid. I like that quite a bit. What quarterbacks are left? We're down to the bargain bin, huh? Down to the bargain bin. All right, so I haven't taken very much Braylon Allen since we got the news that Brees Hall is getting franchised for sure. I'm off the weekend, so I'm going to focus. Hey, I was talking about that earlier. I was like, you don't have to do that. It's just it's a blessing that you do that stuff. And like the instrumental stuff, like for the background, is awesome. Like I absolutely love this song, but I also don't play it for 2 hours straight every time, you know. So like having I just need a mix. That's why I like have the Ducks on some. I have night driving every once in a while, but having a different rotation would be super awesome. Your boy Jerry Judy's still on the board here, Jamie. What do you think about Jerry Judy? Yeah, but I do agree with I think it was Flyfish earlier talking about how the Keenan Allen stuff just absolutely kills it kills Trey Harris way more than anybody else. Judy drops. More like Jerry Pooty. He currently is a number one. Do I take Jonathan Brooks or do I take Fat Man? The guy who loves the name Fat Man. Like I think we take Fat Man. Right? Yeah, we're going to take Fat Man here. It's crazy that they nicknamed him Fat Man, and he's like, no, I love it. You took Barman in the Fanspeak draft. Who's Barman? Am I missing something? Do you know a player I don't? Fat Man. No, it's Fat Man. F-A-T. It's literally Bateman. Got it. Yeah, I'll look at that whenever this stream is over. Just kind of vibing right now. Finishing up this draft. Was hoping to get one sub tonight. We haven't got any subs. I thought maybe doing some DK, people might, because everybody else is doing underdog tonight. I thought maybe the move was to do this and to get some DK crowd over here, maybe get a sub or two. We failed, but we had a good time, so it's all good. I'll probably stream tomorrow night at some point. I'm not sure when. I'll definitely stream. If I do, that means I'm going to stream every day for a week and a half, basically. That doesn't help at all, sir. That doesn't help at all. Yeah, so we have a 2-6-5-2 right now. The team is Drake May, Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Nico Collins, J-Mo, Carnell Tate, Kenyon Sadiq, DK Metcalf. We have Jared Goff double stacked with J-Mo and Jahmyr Gibbs. We have Jadarian Price, David Montgomery, who I believe is on the move, Denzel Boston, Hunter Henry stacked up, Aaron Jones, Katron Allen. So we built two Jahmyr Gibbs plus Drake May teams that look massively different. Because this one has Henry, the other one didn't have Henry. The other one didn't have Josh Jacobs. It had Chase Brown and Derrick Henry. He also had Colston Loveland. So like it is just two massively different teams with those two players. I mean, maybe. I could message. Whenever I figure out when I'm going to go live, I can message you. It'll absolutely be well after the NFL draft, or the draft. It'll be well after the combine, and I'm definitely wanting to talk like combine stuff for sure after tomorrow. But like I'm gonna watch all the drills the whole time. So whenever it ends, I'll go live shortly after is what I'm planning on doing. All right, so all of the worries I had about Elijah Surratt, all of the analysts that I trust kind of have the same feel that I seen on tape on it, to where they don't know about it. So I'm gonna stop taking them for now. I'm just gonna play it a little safer and stop taking them for now, and take bad players or take players in bad offenses. I guess like the Jets, like I was saying, I'm trying to avoid earlier. I'm basically trying to avoid getting even more I don't want more Trey Harris. I have way too much Torrey Horton right now. If they do re-sign Shaheed, like I'm probably not in a great spot. I think I just take my last tight end here. They took Stowers, which I think is fine. Yeah, let's take Gunnar Helm. I like Gunnar Helm. We'll be done. Sadiq, Henry, Gunnar Helm. We might take a fourth. I think we can take a fourth. If we stop at two tight end or two quarterbacks, we could take a fourth. But if Aaron Rodgers makes it back, and he won't because he already went, it looks like. Yeah, so Aaron Rodgers isn't making it back. Most of them all are also Cooper skeptics. Not the ones that I really like. Like I do like Brett Whitefield, but he likes Cooper. Like Dane Brugler, I haven't seen where he has Cooper, but I believe it's pretty high. Like Daniel Jeremiah, I like him quite a bit. He has him at 19. Mel Kiper thinks he's near the first round. Like if Cooper gets mid-second value, like capital, he's an awesome value where he's going in these drafts, right? So I'm not that worried about it because I feel pretty confident that's going to happen. And oh, okay. You mean the fantasy folks, not the I think Sanderson was like a little down on him because of that stuff. Like it depends. Like, and the people who watch film seem to like Cooper a lot more than people who only look at the stats, because there are some holes in the stats a little bit, but he was asked to do multiple different things. And if you like, I do a mix of the stats plus I watch a little bit. Like I don't watch a ton of film. But a lot of the people that watch film really like him, which is weird because Steve Smith Sr. really, like, he didn't have either one of the Indiana guys in the top 10. So, and he had Deion Burks at number 10, which surprised me. So I need to go, like, I do have a homework assignment tomorrow morning. I'm gonna watch more Eric McAllister, Deion Burks, and Brendan Thompson. I hadn't made it to McAllister or Thompson yet, and I kind of just pushed it off this week. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to watch those three. I'm going to watch Burks again. He didn't really. I probably just. Sometimes you like pick some stuff to watch, and it's not the right stuff to evaluate the player. So if you go back and you watch something, you just don't watch what you originally watched. You watch something different. You actually see positive traits, which is why you want to watch a lot of every player. And like I didn't. Generally, if I don't like them at all at the beginning, I don't go back and watch them until I hear other people interested in them that I respect, you know. Let's do the Kyle Williams double again. And then I think we're gonna, like, I feel pretty good about this wide receiver room. So we'll just take a wide receiver at the last round if Cade Otton is here. Yeah, we'll take the fourth tight end here. Sadiq, Henry, Gunnar Helm, Cade Otton. And then in the last round, we'll take some sort of a wide receiver. If Fields is there, which he won't be, we'll take him. If not, we'll take like Royals or somebody like that, like Malik Washington to be a good one. I know some people have started taking Darius Slayton. I haven't got there yet. I'm not saying it's wrong. I just personally haven't got there yet. Savion? Savion, anybody? Traylon Burks? Anybody? Like Vele, I think I would just take Vele over all of them if he's available. Savion! I only said Savion to bait Pepper Tony into saying something. I do need to take Savion. Like, I have taken Savion once or twice on some Green Bay stacks. So I'm not like fully out this year, but I basically want to wait until we get confirmation that Romeo Doubs isn't going back before I take any more. But, you know, like, it's not like Savion Williams is going to move up the boards like to like round 16 or whatever if Romeo Doubs doesn't sign, or, you know, like, I think I'm pretty good. We're gonna, if you're new to the channel, hit the like, and if you enjoy the channel, hit the sub. Would absolutely appreciate it. But we're gonna go through Sweetleaf's team here, and then we're gonna go through mine. Sweetleaf has a 3-6-8-3. Devon Achane, Omarion Hampton, Breece Hall. Wide receivers: Ladd, Christian Watson, Courtland Sutton. Justin Herbert double stacked with Gadsden and Ladd. Michael Pittman, Jordan Addison, Jaden Higgins, Kyler Murray, J.K. Dobbins, maybe on the move to Vegas, maybe staying in Denver. Josh Downs, Omar Cooper, 179, probably a steal. J.J. McCarthy, I think it's fine there. Pat Freiermuth, and Ray Day. And it looks like we're actually going to get Malachi Fields all the way back. That would feel really good. Our team: Drake May, Jahmyr Gibbs, Josh Jacobs, Nico, Jameson Williams, Carnell Tate, Kenyon Sadiq, Metcalf. So we got Drake May stacked up with Hunter Henry and Kyle Williams. We have Jared Goff stacked up with Jahmyr Gibbs and JMO. On the bench, we have DK Metcalf, Jadarian Price, David Montgomery, Denzel Boston, Hunter Henry, Aaron Jones, Katron Allen, Adonai Mitchell, Gunnar Helm, Cade Otton, and Malachi Fields. that is it. I want to thank everybody for coming out. Head on over to Off the Schneid. At minimum, give them a like, give them a follow. Please give them a sub as well. Thanks everybody for coming out. I will be in touch with you for tomorrow, Jamie. It's kind of a whenever it happens kind of thing. But would love to have you on. See everybody tomorrow. Peace.
Hey, hey, we're grinding through the torment. High volume, no management. Taming souls indecent. Grinding drafts through the abyss, no rest in our veins. Feel striking like lightning, flooding endless pains from late season voids. He's dropping all the flames. Bestball, Degens unite, shattering the chains. Old school RB stacking fury, derailing trendy trains. Who is commanding the storm etched in our brains? Who? Hey, thunder in the names, claiming all the kills. Flames, names, games. Degen wrath of fuse, don't